I was way too grown up to be on Love Island again. The last year of my life was probably the most stressful, most drama-fied year of my life. And then going in and doing All Star, the dramas that were happening in there, I didn't care. Everything that I could do in that relationship, I did. Sometimes I take yourself out so you can get back to being who you are, the person that you want to be. Co-parenting wise, that's one of the hardest things. When you've got them for a certain amount of time, then like taking back to the other parent, getting back to your house and the house is quiet.
Yeah.
And it's like, there was just literally just so much fun and so much things going on in there. And then it's like, you're back by yourself now, Mars. I'd had Roman for quite a bit of time because Rebecca had to go and do like a few different jobs. I remember just being like, oh man, he's gone now. Like, just feeling like proper sad.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Happy Mum, Happy Baby, the podcast. Today's guest is a rapper, a DJ, a record producer, a TV personality. He is 1/10 of Blazin Squad. He's been on Love Island. He was a finalist in Series 3. He's got a new single, What I Did for Love, coming out in August. He's got a Blazin Squad Brunch tour, which I want to know all about. He's dad to Roman. It's Marcel Somerville.
Hello.
Hello. Now, there's lots to unpack, but what is a Blazin Squad Brunch tour?
All right, so let me break it down. Okay, so obviously with the squad, we still go and do shows. We like when it's summer, like it's festival season, we're doing all the throwback shows. But we was always like, do you know what? We should do something that's just ours.
Yeah.
So our fans can come and just like experience the Blazin Squad. Just Blazin Squad, rather than seeing like loads of different acts, it's just Blazin Squad.
Well, there's enough of you.
Well,
there
are, but on the tour, so touring squad now. There's
Yeah.
only 4 of us that tour together.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So it's more intimate. It's more intimate. So the Blazin Squad brunch came about because we need to do something that is that's just for our fans, that we can kind of like give them a different experience to when they come and see us do like our 30, 40 minute set
Yeah.
on a stage, and then they don't get to like really like interact with us too much.
Yeah.
So it was like let's do a brunch. So we spoke to Revolutions, and it was like, yeah, we'd love to do that with you. And we was like, all right, cool, let's get some dates in. And yeah, like it's gonna be just like, so obviously like we grew up on old school garage,
Yeah.
and the noughties and all that kind of stuff. And our thing was we used to like do DJ sets. Like one of us would be DJ and the rest of us would be on the mic.
Yeah.
Like just like interacting with the crowd and all that kind of stuff. So we was gonna take it back to that vibe, and it's gonna just basically be a brunch with bottomless prosecco and all the best food in the world. But then you're gonna be entertained by Blazin Squad, me DJing, the boys just like on the mics and like interacting with us. It's just gonna be good vibes.
I love this. Also, I feel like music from back then, you can't necessarily find it. Like even something simple, like Pure Garage 2, which I loved,
Yep.
cannot find it.
Do you know why?
Why?
So you're talking about like on like Spotify and that.
Yeah.
You can't find it. The reason for that is because obviously Spotify and those things were created after
Yeah.
all of those things came out. There's only certain releases. So it's like the Blazin Squad's first album
Yeah.
isn't on Spotify, but there's a best of Blazin Squad which was released afterwards. So you can't literally go back and listen to the full original album because
Yeah.
it wasn't released on Spotify. So like Pure Garage,
Yeah.
all of those compilations were released before like streaming was even a thing. So it's like,
So what I really need is someone to go on Spotify and make the playlist of Pure Garage 2,
literally,
and then I'll have it.
Literally.
Wow, thanks. I've already learned so much.
Knowledge.
Let's talk about your childhood, because obviously Blazin Squad was a huge part of
Yeah.
it. But before that, where did you grow up? What was life like?
I was born in North Middlesex Hospital in Edmonton, but I lived in Tottenham I went to school in Tottenham until I was about 11, and then I
Yeah.
moved to Chingford. And I feel like my growing up was it was very like family based. So like every day I'd be at my nan's and my granddad's. My mum would come and get us, and then we'll go back to the house, because obviously like my nan and granddad used to like pick us up after school and that.
What age were you when Blazin Squad happened, and how did that happen?
So Blazin Squad happened when I was we got signed when I was 15 years old.
Did you all know each other?
Yeah, we all went to school together.
I love, but to have 10 guys come together and go, shall we?
Do you know what it was like? So basically, in the playground when we was growing up, everyone used to be in the playground, and there'll be like MCs,
Yeah.
like, and all the MCs used to be in a circle,
Yeah.
and we're all rapping our lyrics and rapping our bars, and there was one guy. So it was around the work experience time, And there was one guy that done work experience at a studio, and he was like, "You lot should go to the studio." Well, the truth of the matter is, the guy who was like, "Yeah, like you should come to the studio." He fancied one of the boys in the crew's girlfriends, and he was just trying to befriend us to try and get closer to her. Yeah. So then it was like, "Yeah, like let's do it. He was like, "Yeah, like so it was like £200 to make a demo."
Yeah.
And like everyone, like all the boys were like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna ask my mum for like £20 a day." Like, yeah, like are you gonna be able to get it like tomorrow? I was like so we all got the 20. We all got our £20 and put them in to make this £200 demo. But we basically made the demo. So when we done like the girls, because we used to get booked to do the girls at our school's birthday parties.
No way.
Bring the decks down, and we'll all be all on the stage MCing, and like we was like, if we got our own song, then all of the girls are going to be like, "Yo, these guys have made it. They've made it." So we made the demo. It was a song called Standard Flow. And it got like, so we didn't know, but the producers were like, "We're on to money here. Like, these guys are actually good."
Yeah.
Sent it off to a few different labels, and East West, which is Atlantic now, and Virgin Records, they both wanted to sign us, and we was like, "This is insane! Like, what's actually going on here?" So like, it just kind of like snowballed over from, I think so. So it must have been, so 15 was the start of year 11 through to the end of year 11, and then it was just snowballing. So we was getting picked up to do choreography from school.
But also for you guys to be thinking about choreography, was that a bit like? Oh.
Like, yeah, to be fair, we didn't want to dance. We didn't want to dance.
And also your version of dancing, it's not like, you know.
Yeah, our version of dancing
was funky, it's fun.
Was more like that.
You know.
But I think there was definitely like a kind of thing from the label of, there's 10 guys on stage. They can't just look like a rabble. They can't just look like a mess. So it was more like staging.
Yeah.
I call it staging. Do you know what I mean?
Like
so
choreography.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. First year of us getting a deal was more like just like trying to make the album, like get us into a position where we seemed like we looked good on the stage and that kind of stuff, doing like the media training and all that kind of stuff, because obviously like it's 15, 16-year-old boys, we could say anything.
Yeah.
Like, anything could come out of our mouths. And then we shot our first video. So we shot the first video for Standard Flow, which is something we got signed for. But around that stage, there was a period of time when like garage music, they weren't really putting on too many like live shows because there was a lot of trouble and all that kind of stuff around garage music. So the label was like, we shot a video for Standard Flow, and we shot it in South Africa. And then literally, like, there was like, got back after shooting the video, there was like, "We're gonna change the single. We really want you to do a cover of Crossroads." And we was like, "Really? Like, it's not really us. Like, it's like I mean, I don't want to do a cover of someone's song, blah blah." But anyway, we did it. And then we had to reshoot the rest of the video of us actually doing the lip sync parts in the XL so not South Africa, it was more like the XL in London. So they've basically chopped together 2 videos.
Yeah.
And they was like, "We're gonna release Crossroads." I was like, "All right, cool." And then I'm glad they did, because obviously it went to number 1.
Yeah.
It like put us on a stage where like it was like first single, number 1, like you've like playing in front of the girls at our school and being like, "Yo, like we've made it," to getting to number 1 and like being like your first single's number 1. It's like you've actually made it, innit? Like it's crazy. So yeah, that was the start. And literally we got our results for our GCSEs the week before, or is either the week before or the week after, or is the same week that we got our number 1.
No.
Yeah, crazy.
How did your parents handle you doing that?
So my mum, I remember us doing our first ever like PA. It was like a under 18s rave in Rochester, and my mum, like all the parents came along. They got a big bus for us. Like the boys are gonna do their first show, and my mum was nervous. She was like, "What's he gonna do? He's never been on stage before. What's he gonna do?" And then and she always says to me, like, there was, because on Standard Flow I was the first person on the song, and like literally the music started and I'd done my first bit and I was just giving it the big one. And my mum was like, "I couldn't believe that was you. Like, you're like I always thought you were so quiet and so thing, but literally like I'm super chilled out. But when I get on stage, I just get into I get into into my stage persona, and like she's like my mum's my biggest like cheerleader in the whole entire world. Like I love my mum to bits.
Obviously, after your music career continues, but you took a bit of a curveball, swerve, and went into Love Island.
Oh yeah, no. So
you're going to be surprised at what I said then.
No.
What's the curveball?
No. Yeah. So to be fair, I think it definitely had the effect that they wanted it to have, because obviously the year before I think they had Miss Great Britain on there.
Right.
But then when they put me on it, and everyone was like, "Oh my days!" It's
Very
like,
different crowd.
Yeah. It's Marcel from the Blazin Squad.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, "Oh my God, Marcel from the Blazin Squad is on Love Island." And then obviously I used to be in the Blazin Squad line became like a massive thing. They sold like £25,000 worth of T-shirts like with my slogan on it. I was like, the hell is this? It's crazy. But I think me doing the show literally like gave it like another like kind of like edge to everything. Yeah.
When you went into Villa the first time, was there any part of you, were you just going in for the experience, or was there a part of you that sort of felt like maybe I will find the one who I'll have kids with?
I feel like there was an element of the latter, but for me it was always a thing of I didn't want to have kids until I met someone who actually really felt like I wanna make babies with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think in the stage of Love Island, like obviously like you do like the baby challenge, but but you've got to have a baby and all that kind of stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
But we didn't win it. Actually, no, I think no, we didn't win it. We didn't win it. But that went down to me. I'm a great dad. But yeah, like I think after that, after I'd got my because I think doing Love Island got me into a position where like I was like,
financially secure and stuff.
Financially secure. Like I had a lot of things going on, and I felt like I could be the dad that I want to be for my future child children. So yeah.
How did it feel? Because I know that the first time your ex got pregnant, it ended in a miscarriage.
Yeah.
That actually happened quite quickly into your relationship. Yeah. That must have felt like a complete whirlwind.
Yeah, that was a really hard time, because we was really really excited, and like we was working on names and all of that kind of stuff, and then when it happened, it was a bit of a it was a hard experience to kind of like go through, especially when you're feeling like I'm ready to do it. I'm ready. I'm in a really good place. But then like going through that experience was just like, I feel like in a way it kind of like brought us together.
Yeah.
Even more, because obviously it was quite early on into our relationship, but it did kind of like bring us together a lot more. And then I think that kind of gave me the thing to, all right, cool, like let's just try again, and let's just do it. Let's just try. So we was trying and trying, and it just weren't happening. And then we stopped trying, and then it happened.
Really?
Yeah, literally.
It's funny, like, you hear that so much of people just sort of kind of being quite desperate about it, because that's that's what you've told yourself that you want, and then it just sort of creating some sort of block, whether that's an actual thing that happens or whether it's just seems to be a coincidence for so many people.
It's so true. It's so true, because I feel like when you're putting like, well, I don't know, but when you're putting pressure onto a situation, for some reason it never happens. But then when you relax and just go with the flow of things, I feel like that's when things naturally just like, all right, cool, it's your turn.
After the loss, were you scared when the next pregnancy came along? Yeah,
so we didn't want to tell anyone until like we'd got to a certain point of the pregnancy, and you've always got that thing in the back of your head of like maybe it could happen again. But for me, I'm always one who's like kind of like positive about situations. So it's like, all right, cool, if you've got pregnant, let's just put the good vibes into the air and just make sure that there's no stressing, there's no like negative energy around, because the baby just needs to have all of the positives going into him. And he was there.
But tell me about finding out that pregnancy was happening.
Yeah, so I remember finding out. So it was during COVID. So
great time.
All the COVID babies. Roman's one of those. Literally, Rebecca came. So we was doing like a YouTube channel at the time, because obviously like what else you gonna be doing? You're in your house, you might as well film yourself. And I remember coming downstairs with this box, and I was like, what's this? Because it went around my birthday, so I was like, what's this? And I opened it, and then there was all of the like there was like 3 or 4 pregnancy tests in there, and I remember being like, oh my God, like it's happening, and I cried. It was like, yeah, it was a very emotional time, but it was like, yeah, it was just a happy time because obviously COVID was a stressful time for everyone.
Yeah.
It was a hard time to just be going through. You're not seeing all your friends, you're not seeing your family. You're in a bubble, innit? And I think when you're in a bubble, like, and you get something as joyous as finding out that you're going to be having a baby, it makes your bubble like a good bubble.
Yeah.
I mean, a better bubble. So like, yeah, it was really good.
Was it quite nice to cocoon during that time and kind of be like, well, that's our little to happen?
Yeah. So my mum and my dad, they was in Barbados for a little while, and then they came back over. And then COVID hit, and so they was in the house, like me and Rebecca were in the house, and obviously Roman in her belly, and it was just like, it was nice, just like being around, being just having that the family aura. Do you know what I mean? The family aura, and you know, like strangely enough, because we was doing the YouTube channel, there was like MTV approached us to do celebrity bumps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they approached us to do that because they were like we'd really love to have you guys on the show. So so imagine with it's COVID, we're pregnant, and then like MTV wanna do a TV show about us having a baby, and it was just like that experience made it even stranger because we had like a team of like camera crew and all kinds of stuff in the house, like masks on and all that kind of stuff, and yeah.
Was Rebecca from that world? Has she done any TV like that before?
No.
It's quite bizarre to kind of suddenly be doing it.
Yeah. But she kind of really got. I think she really enjoyed it until it got like until she was like super pregnant, and they was like, oh, we need you to redo this, and she was like, no, I'm not doing anything. But
what was it like for you during the pregnancy? You know, because obviously the person that you love is growing, and you know that's your baby inside, but you're sort of removed from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So to be fair, I was always just trying to do everything that I could potentially do, because obviously she's the one carrying Roman around, and like having sleep on certain sides and all that kind of stuff. And then I was just making sure that I was just doing everything within my power to make her life as easy as possible and as stress-free as possible. So yeah, I was just on like prep. I was just preparing everything. Like I was doing the decorating, I was doing all of that kind of stuff just to just so she didn't have to think about it. So like anything that needed to be done, I was doing. Any of the strong hard lifting, like going out doing the shop runs and all that kind of stuff, I was doing all of that stuff so she could just relax and just enjoy the pregnancy.
One thing that happened after the positive test was that you got poorly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, like COVID, that time was insane. It was insane. It was life changing. But yeah, like so literally so the week I found out we was having Roman, literally the week after I had a DKA. So I'm a type 1 diabetic, but I didn't know this.
Right.
So yeah, it was literally the week after. And I'd been losing like a lot of weight, and I remember my friend, my friend came to drop or something, and I remember going, Mars, like you look like you've lost like a lot of weight, and I was like, yeah, like I know, like it's strange, like I don't know what's going on, like maybe it's the COVID thing or whatever it is, and then I went to. No. You couldn't go to the doctor. So I called my doctor and was like, I'm losing a lot of weight. I'm going to the toilet a lot. And I've got like a burning in my chest. And like he was like, okay, we're gonna organise some blood tests.
Yeah.
And then so I went down and done the blood test on like the Wednesday or the Thursday, and then I was waiting for the test. The results to come through, and the results would have been coming through on the Wednesday, but then I had the DKA on the Friday.
What is a DKA?
A DKA is diabetic ketoacidosis. So basically, because my blood sugar was so high, it creates ketones in your blood, and then when there's ketones in your blood, it basically turns your blood acidic. So the burn I was getting in my chest was literally the
blood going through your heart,
basically burning like like not my lungs, but like the tissues and all that kind of stuff around that, innit? So
Jesus.
yeah, so it was insane. So then I remember eating a plum. I ate a plum,
Yeah.
and that just sent me over the edge. And like because the sugar in the plum
Yeah.
just literally sent me over the edge. And then my mum called. So I was upstairs. I think I passed out upstairs. My mum called 111, and then they sent an ambulance over. And like I remember being in and out of it. And then the guy pointing at me went, "He's diabetic." And like he looked at me and knew I was diabetic. I was like, what's going on? So then anyway, like, they were like, we're going to get you up now. So they picked me up and it was carrying me down the stairs. It was like, and it was just like flashing, you know, when it's flashing white and then it's like going in, going out. Then like flash white, I was walking across the street and they were like kind of like bringing me across the street. Flashed again, I was in the ambulance. Flashed again, I was in the ER. It was like, I was just in and out of it. And then, so then I was in the hospital for like, must have been a day. Woke up and then the doctors were like Mr. Somerville, like, did you know you was a type 1 diabetic? And I was like, I didn't have a clue. But and they were like, it's really strange because usually people around your age don't get diabetes. They would have had it for a long time before. Have you ever had any experiences? And like when I was younger, I used to have like it's every like so my mom used to take us to church on Sundays all the time, and not every time, but like when I go to church, there'll be days when I just like pass out. I'm like it's too hot in there, like whatever it is, and there was a few times when it happened there, they'd have to get me Lucozade or whatever it is, but obviously like that's when I was really young, but it was never like a every day situation. It was more like once in a blue moon it like it happened. And then there was another time when I was 17, I was getting a tattoo in Barbados, but it was like the studio was super hot, so I thought maybe it's just because of that. But those kind of things are like semi-signs.
Has anyone else in the family?
So until I got it, no one else had it. But then there was like a couple of my uncles have like type 2, but type 1 there was no one else that had type 1 in my family. So everyone was like, it's really strange that that's just come on.
Is it hereditary at all, or is it?
It is. So type 1 would usually be. It's not always passed down, but sometimes it can be passed down to through the generations. Yeah.
Oh gosh, so you must be worried about. Well, at least now you know that you can just keep an eye on Roman. And
yeah, exactly. So to be fair, that was like, so obviously like finding out you're having a kid and then finding out you got type 1, which
I mean, Rebecca at this point must have been like, look, I had really good news last week, and now you're just pissing all over.
Yeah, literally. What are you doing, Miles? It's all about you. It's all about you. But like literally, to be fair, me doing that happening to me, the week that I spent in the hospital just kind of gave me such clarity on life that like when I do come out of it, because obviously like type 1 it's a life-changing thing. Like you've got to manage it, you've got to like take care of yourself, you've got to like just do there's a lot that you've now got to do which you didn't have to think about previously, and it kind of just made
even the fact that a plum sent you you know,
literally
really
like so it's like I had to I really just like took a moment to just be like, you know what, no matter what's happened now, you've got a son on the way, so you've literally got to just be on job. You've got to take care of yourself because you need to be around. You need to be around for your son, and 2, you need to be giving him all of the energy and all of the focus that you can do. And like anyone that has type 1 diabetes knows that sometimes there can be days when like if your sugar's high, you're feeling lethargic. If your sugar's low, then you can get a bit irritable and all that kind of stuff. So it's about just like making sure that you're like you're on job, just so he. The experience that he has of his dad isn't one like of just like my dad's like he's a bit tired, he's a bit thing like daddy's just always on it, he's just ready to go, and like that's the energy that he gets from me, so it's good.
I love that it gave you that clarity. How did you feel heading towards the birth?
Yeah, so heading towards the birth, like I think I was excited. So like I remember we had plans.
Did you prep? What was your prep like? Did you do hypnobirthing? Did you have a?
We was like so we had it all set up. We had the birthing pool.
Yeah.
Like, but
at home.
Yeah, at home.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was gonna be a home birthing pool at home. Like it was all set up. Like we had the vision of candles and all of these different things. This is all Rebecca's ideas. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I've got everything there. It's ready to go. We we thought her waters broke,
Right.
but they only half broke.
Okay.
Right. So they half broke, and then and she was getting like certain contractions, but they were but the contractions were like they went on for like a day or something like that.
Right.
And I remember having the birthing pool like all set up and all that kind of stuff. One of the midwives came round and done like a sweep, and it was like it was along the lines of, all right, cool, we're gonna I'll give it a few more hours, but then if it's if
It doesn't progress.
yeah, if it doesn't progress, we're gonna you're probably gonna have to go into the hospital. I was like, oh, it was like, okay, so like,
But I filled up the pool.
you know what I mean? Like birthing pool's probably not gonna get used. So I remember like it getting down the load, and then it was like, all right, cool, like it's time to take her in.
How did you both handle that decision?
Were
you just at peace with it straight away?
Yeah, because to be fair, I think she was like, she obviously had a heart set on home birth and all that and all that kind of stuff. But when the contractions start and you're feeling you're like she's feeling what she's going through, it's like, yeah, do you know what? Like maybe let's go and see if they can do anything.
Well, especially if you're being told nothing's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like, well,
exactly.
You know, it's going to get more intense than this.
Exactly. So then I remember going, taking her into the hospital, driving her to the hospital, and then taking her into the it was like the birthing unit. It was COVID, so they had this thing of like your partner could come in, but only being there for like a couple of hours or whatever it was. And then I remember just being like, I use my, oh yes, oh that's Marcel from Love Island kind of thing. I was like, oh, like, do you mind? And they were like, okay, I won't say what hospital that was. Just not trying to bait anyone up. But then they let me stay in with her, and like I remember being in there for like so on the first night we was in there, and like and but the contractions were like they were coming, like it was like they were like coming really, really fast, really, really fast. You know, you can see the thing, and it's going up and then it's going down, and it's going up and it's going down, and she was like in like there was a lot going on. I remember thinking like this don't seem like right. 'Cause I'm pretty sure the contractions are meant to be quite slow until things start getting a bit further down the line. And then we had like we was there. We had the discussions. It was like after like a night of just like the intensity of those contractions. I remember just like being like, what do you want to do? Because obviously you're on the gas in there now, but like I know we said we didn't want to do any of the drugs that help with the thing, but like what do you want to do? So like I think I can't remember what the first one was, but is it like a pill that they give you or something? I can't remember what it was, but there was one that we did, and it kind of like eased the contractions a little bit, but it didn't really do too much. And then I remember it being like, I need an epidural, and then so I think we had to wait like 6 hours or something like that for the first thing to be thing, and then the guy came in and done it. She relaxed a little bit more. And then someone came around and they done another sweep to see if anything was moving, and then there was like, it looks like your water's not fully broken. So like she went through all of that, but then the water hadn't fully been thinged. So they done a thing, the water broke, and then literally within like, it was like 4 hours,
everything moved really quickly.
Everything started moving really, really quickly. So yeah, I remember that was intense, because we was in there for 2 days. Like she was in labor, and she was in basically labor for 2 days. I remember being like, this is crazy. Isn't
it crazy as well, thinking about that time where there would have been people doing that on their own, that having to be on their own for the majority of it. Yeah. And the whole idea of someone just coming in for 2 hours when you don't know what's going on in labour.
It's insane. It's insane. Because I remember like I remember they used to let I think once everything started moving and they got to a certain point, that's when the partner could come in and be with the thing, and it was like, yeah, like it's insane, it's crazy, but yeah, like I documented all of it.
Did you?
Yeah. I documented all of it. It's actually one of the best videos that we've ever made. But it was like, it's like that moment of like obviously like seeing her push and seeing her like giving everything, like it's you know what I mean, something you've got to respect.
It's a very different thing. Like you don't see that side of people, but it's a very different zone that someone goes into when they're having a baby.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's insane, because I remember because think like it's like she's been going through like the contractions and going through all of this stuff for like 2 days, and then being like, all right, cool, you got to push now. And I remember feeling like I remember being, I can't do it. I was like, you can do it, Bex, you can do it. And then and she and watching her push and watching her do it, it was impressive.
How did you feel meeting Roman for the first time?
Obviously, she's doing the pushing and all that kind of stuff. And I remember our midwives were like, all right, cool. So like, there's certain stages. So like, if they call someone else in and there's like 7 people in the room, then it means something. Then if there's like 12, I'm saying 12, but I don't know if it's like 4 and then 7 and then whatever. And they had to use the suction cup to get him out.
Right.
So Bex is pushing. They're using the suction cup to get him out. They've got him out, and then they brought him over, and they brought him out, and his head's super long. And I was like, what have they done? What have they done to my boy's head? What have they done? But then, like literally looking at him and just seeing him, it was like I was crying. I was just like super happy. It was like best moment in my life.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
When I used to watch programmes like One Every Minute, the dad, or the emotion from the dad was always the thing that got me.
Yeah.
Because it felt like, whatever they were like during that process, all of a sudden that just disappears.
It disappears. It literally, I think it's strange because I feel like it's a moment in life that literally changes you from the moment it happens. Like the moment you see that the little person that is like an extension of you in it, like it's like you're like for me it just felt like I was seeing my heart. My heart was like just there. It was like, oh my God, it's my little boy, like he's just there. And it's like, I was a mess. I was a mess
Really?
After that. Yeah, I was just a mess like for the rest of the but it was actually like a really intense situation because obviously like he'd been born and everything was like it was beautiful, like Bex was doing the skin to skin, and then I remember we was there afterwards and they were doing running all the checks and all that kind of stuff, and he hadn't done his poo,
right,
like so like they were like so he's not done his poo yet, like we're getting a little bit worried, that thing. So they done like X-rays or whatever it is, and it was like, oh, like it looks like his like his intestines or something like that. It's inflamed, and it was like, oh my God, what's going on? So like we're panicking, we're stressing, and then like so then they had to take him into the child unit, and then they were like so I think we was in there for like, it must have been like 4 or 5 days, and he still hadn't done his poo.
God.
And we was like, and then there was like, oh, like we might have to take him to I can't remember what hospital it was, and they was they might have to take him to one of the children's hospitals to do something, and I remember feeling like what's going on, like this like it went from being like a mate, like super happy, like he was thinking, but he weren't really eating properly and all that kind of stuff, and I think it was all connected, and then literally like so on the day there was like one parent can come with him, so I was like, all right, Bex, you can go with him. I'm gonna go home, and then I'll come back up once. I'll come back up, but I'll come back up because during
so hard.
Yeah, it was really. I didn't want to leave. I was crying. I was literally in the thing crying. Like Bex was like, oh, like it's all right, Marcy, it's gonna be fine. And I was just like losing my head. Like when I say I was a mess, it was like emotionally. Like when you become a dad, you just like your like a mum. Like your emotions are probably gonna be all over the place as well. But like I think in that moment, Bex just turned into how I was being with
Really?
her in it. Yeah. So I was a mess. And then I remember like them, like I remember leaving them in the thing and being like, oh, like this is long. Then driving home. So then as I was driving home, so I literally got to must have been about 10 minutes away from the house. I got a call from Bex, and he was like, Mars, he's just pooed. And I was like, what? So I span the car, drove back to the hospital. As I got there, like she's there, she's all happy and she's thinking like he's just done like a massive like what's it called? Is it called meconium or whatever it is? And then literally as like they got this whole incubator thing that they was gonna put him in, and then as I've got up there and I'm seeing them, the people from London Hospital have come over and was like. It was like, and it was like, he just pooed, and it was like, we all like, that's cool. We don't have to take him anywhere then. So then they just left, and I was like, trust him to be like, yeah, like I'm gonna wait till the last minute. And then
just to make sure that you really love him and really are aware of how much you love him. Just add a bit of stress to the situation.
Exactly that. But that was definitely his personality, because he's a bit of a wind-up. He's a bit of a wind-up, yeah, definitely.
How was it when you finally left the hospital? Especially during that time where it was COVID. I feel like home felt like that safe space to be.
Definitely. I think when we came back, or like obviously I done the obligatory dad picture of holding the thing, walking out of the thing. I remember that day putting him in the car. I had the worst car to have a baby in, like, so like I had a Mercedes like C-Class, but it was a coupe 2 doors. So like trying to get the
not
big,
a 2-door.
Exactly. I wasn't thinking about it. Trying to get the car seat into the thing was a problem, but we got there, and I remember just being.
Did you not practice this before the day?
Yeah,
we did silly like cold run, like dry runs, whatever it's called, to just get in the car seat in and out.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, getting that car seat, we bought the chunkiest car seat in the whole entire world, like, and get it into that little V, the little
it's
V of the
boot.
Exactly. Just put him in the boot now. But yeah, like so doing the drive home, it was like driving as slow as possible, like nothing, like not trying to just disturb him, or nothing's gonna happen. Got back to the house. Obviously, my mom and dad were there. They were just super excited. They were super excited to see him, and yeah, like it was home, innit? Like it was home. Like so, like we done up his we done up his nursery, and it was like beautiful, and yeah, just putting him in there, and then just all of the sleepless nights, getting up, doing the feeds and all that kind of stuff. It was just.
Well, one thing that you've spoken about is the fact that around the 3-week mark, you felt like you weren't. Not a part of it, but that Rebecca took the lion's share of it, and actually you needed to feel like, no, I need to be doing something. I need a job.
Yeah, so to be fair, I think obviously because Bex was doing like the breastfeeding and doing all of that stuff at the start, it's like you kind of feel like a spare part in a way.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like, all right, cool, like what can I do? But also because of the period of time that we actually had in the hospital, where it was him and Bex like were there, and like being like, oh, like cool, like I've been there for a thing, but I've obviously gone home to like so because you can only be in there for a certain amount of time on certain days. And then like every time I go back, I'd be like they're doing the breastfeeding and they're doing the thing. It's like, yeah, I'm here. Like, oh, what can I do? And I think it got to a point like down the line when I was like, all right, I had to have a word with myself, and it's basically be like, there are things that only Rebecca can do for him. So the things that you can do is when she needs to rest and she needs to thing, you just make the most of your time. You do everything that you need to do in that time with the little man. And I think, yeah, like I feel like from having that mental chat with myself, I think it kind of like gave me the thing of, all right, cool. Like I know what I can bring to the table for this little boy. I know that he needs his dad. Like,
yeah. Has fatherhood been what you thought it would be?
Fatherhood has been what I thought it would be, and it's been even more. Like literally,
really?
Like I feel like the bond that I've got with Roman is like, it's like, I don't think there's anything like it. I love the like he's literally like my guy. He's everything to me. Like he's literally everything to me. Every choice that I make in my life now is solely with him in my thoughts, and like what and how it's gonna help him in the future. Like any choices I make are like, he's always at the forefront of everything that I choose to do. But it's just literally because me and him, when we're together, it's like, yeah, like it's like we're best friends, but like he obviously knows like, yeah, like his dad, like that's dad. Like, I'm not really gonna mess about too much.
Yeah.
But like we're literally best friends. Like everything that he gets into, I get into. So it's like all of his like my singing monsters or whatever little games he's into playing, I will learn those games just so when he's playing them, he's like, oh, like daddy, like what? Look what I've done with this, and I'm like, oh, like cool, like let's try this, and it's like it's just creating that constant that constant connection and like level of interaction in it. Do you know what I mean?
Because life happens. You and Rebecca aren't together anymore.
Yeah.
And I guess in that aspect, family life doesn't look how you thought it would look. Yeah,
exactly.
But are you finding that you're having to figure out ways of how to co-parent? Because I think that's a whole new set of skills.
Yeah, I feel like co-parenting is like it's daunting. Like before you start it, it's daunting. But it kind of comes down to both of the parents put in their like their feelings, but not necessarily their feelings, but like any animosity or whatever it is that they could have for each other. It's about making sure that your child is put before all of that stuff, because like co-parenting is very much like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this, but having a conversation with the other person who you used to have a relationship where you wouldn't have to necessarily be having certain conversations because you'd just be like doing them and it'd just be family, but putting things in place where there's a respect and a honesty to how you're dealing with things, and just letting the other person know that the child is the main focus here, and just making sure that they're not in a position where they're like seeing like negative things between the two parents, and seeing bad situations. Because my biggest thing is I could have been upset. I could have been like, well, I was upset and I was sad and all that different stuff. But whenever I had Roman, he was never seeing that, because I needed him to like feel like, all right, cool, Mummy and Daddy aren't together like necessarily, but it's like the energy that he's getting from me isn't an energy of like, oh, like Daddy's mad and Daddy's angry, like Daddy's just cool, like Daddy's me, like when it's me and Daddy time, where like this is the best time I'm ever gonna have.
And also, for you and Rebecca, you might not be together, but you're forever connected.
Yeah, exactly. And
so
that's
there's
it. That's
got
it.
to, you know,
There's
you're
got,
both
exactly.
still very young. Your child is very young. You've got to find a way.
That's it.
That works. And if there's not any animosity and you can work through that, then you know you've got to make it work.
Exactly. That and like I said, it's definitely about respect, because obviously like there's gonna be stages during the period where there's gonna be learning curves. So like so obviously like you're both living individual lives now, but obviously the care of Roman is the most important. So like if, say for instance, like a job comes up and like Rebecca's got to go away and do this or do whatever it is, like there just needs to be like a level of thing of, all right, cool, like advance notice, master, I'm going to be away on these dates. Like it's about creating that kind of like that infrastructure where there's the respect, there's the communication, because communication is like massive. Communication is massive in any relationship, like whether you're together, whether you're just friends or whatever it is, like being able to speak and not feel like you're gonna be upsetting or whatever it is to the other person, or if you do upset the other person, but doing it in a way that isn't like from a horrible or
doing
like,
it to upset.
Exactly. You're doing it just because like there needs to be honesty in it, because if like someone finds a new partner or whatever it is, and then they're like taking the kid and like going to see their new partner and like not to, but don't tell, like all of that stuff, you can't be doing that, because that's what kind of that's what's going to create situations where there's going to be a thing of, oh, you've been hiding things. Like it's like you need to just make sure that there's the respect and the honesty and the communication in doing everything that you're going to be doing, because your child is the one who's going to potentially suffer by not doing those things.
Does being in the public eye add another layer to that?
I feel like honestly, like the situation that I went through, and because it was so blown up and it was on blogs and it was like podcasts and everyone's talking about it, and I just had to like, kind of like take myself out of the situation of like even talking about it, or even just like being like giving anything like away around the situation, because I was like, this is a very like it's a massively personal thing to be going through. And I think the public eye of things, I think at the start it was like if I turned up to like a premiere or whatever it is, Marcel Somerville was by himself and all of that different stuff. But then it was also a thing of as time went on, obviously like the situation was out there, everyone knew the situation, it does die down a little bit. So like if I take Roman to do anything and like it's like at like a Paw Patrol event or whatever it is, like they like they don't really mention it too much. But obviously when I done the show again in
well, let's talk about this. Doing Love Island as a dad. Are you the first dad to ever do Love Island? Did you know this?
No.
Okay.
So Lewis done it the year before me. He done All Stars the year before me. But yeah, was it a different experience? Because obviously you're going in there. It's a very different vibe now. You've seen life in a different way. I was way too grown up to be on Love Island again. Way too grown up to be on Love Island. Like, you've got to think the last year of my life was probably the most stressful, most drama-fied year of my life, and then going in and doing All Stars, and the dramas that were happening in there, I didn't care. Like,
also, that's the thing, right? Because you know that every move, like you were talking about doing things with Roman in mind at all times, knowing those dramas are happening and kind of going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wanting to present yourself in the best possible way and kind of, this isn't...
No, like, so to be fair, me, the actual choice for me to do the show, it came down to three things.
Yeah.
It came down to three things. So the first thing was, all right, they're gonna pay me a bit of money for this. I was like, all right, cool. The second thing was, oh, you get to go to South Africa for 4 weeks. Why not? And then the third, and then the third thing was, literally, the last time you done the show, you literally had one of the best times in your life. Yeah. So if you go and do it again, by all means, it could be another just good time that you
You've
can.
never heard the phrase "never go back."
Well, you say that, but my mate Casey's done it 3 times, like, so, like, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. He won it on the third time.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
third time lucky. There we go.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it a third time. But yeah, like, it was just a thing of, like, I'd been through so much drama. I just wanted to do something that would potentially just, like, distract me from everything that was going on and just, like, be like a good experience. I enjoyed parts of it, but I feel like the drama and the production and all that kind of stuff, I was too nonchalant for it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like when I done it the first time, it didn't feel like it was as produced, but then this time round, I feel like there was a lot more like dramas.
Well, and you've got a whole villa full of people who know how to play the game.
Yeah, literally. I feel like I forgot how to play the game. Like,
but you weren't. You were just having a nice 4 weeks.
I was just trying to have a holiday. Like, I just been trying to have a holiday.
Oh,
like,
you know
what I mean, what's going on? But like literally, obviously, like the cast. Like, I think I was the oldest guy in there. So the cast, it was like varying ages, but there was a lot of people that had just recently been on the show.
Oh,
so they were fully So they were fully fresh and fully in the vibe of like drama. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna create this. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna create that. And me just being like, I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna be over here, guys. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, banter when you're ready. But aside from that, I'm good.
I love that you tried to escape. Well, not escape the drama, but kind of give yourself a little bit of a time out after the drama, and then walked into drama.
Literally drama. Drama just follows me. No.
But you're not worried, knowing that show can create that. Was any part of you worried going in there that there could be a real drama created on the outside? Or were you just like, no, this is all right?
Do you know what? Like, I feel like the level of drama that I'd been through in a year, I was like, there's no drama that is going to be bigger than this drama. Like literally, like, to myself, I was like, there is nothing that is going to be more mentally draining than the breakup of your marriage and like the total shift in life that I've just gone through. I was just like, I think I just needed to do something that was just different. I feel like I feel like I just needed something that would, like, maybe I was going in there for the drama just to be like, there's other dramas in the world, Marsh. You're not the only one going through drama. Like maybe it was that I don't like I've no idea, but I remember coming up and being like, because they asked me if I wanted to do it like four or 5 times throughout the year, and then I think it got to the 5th time, and I think there was a bit of like, this was like the most like stressful point of the whole breakup, and I remember just being like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go because I just need to do something that's gonna take me out of this. Because it felt like every day was just like going through, doing the same thing, and then like when I'd have Roman, I'd be happy, but then when I didn't have him, I'd be like.
And like that's got to be such a hard thing, as, you know, when you're going through the co-parenting process and getting into that rhythm of it. That's something of your child not being with you. In
recent times, that's actually one of the, like, co-parenting wise, that's one of the hardest things when you've got them for a certain amount of time, and then you've got to, like, pack their bags and then like take them back to their pet, take them back to the other parent, and it's going through that process and then getting back to your house and the house is quiet. Yeah. And it's like there was just literally just so much fun and so much things going on in there, and then it's like, all right, cool, you're back by yourself now, Mars. Like, what are you gonna do with your time? And it's like, I think a few weeks ago, like I had a proper thing because I'd had Roman for quite a bit of time because Rebecca had to go and do like a few different jobs, and I remember just being like, oh man, he's gone now, like just feeling like proper sad. But then like it's like obviously you have the conversations with like I had a conversation with my mum and my cousins and they were just like you just gotta just throw yourself into doing the things you need to do because obviously like I'm busy, so there's like a lot of things that I need to do, but it's just like getting yourself back into that mindset because literally like in 3 days time he's gonna be back with you anyway. So so
it's that thing as well of your wider circle really having a big part to play in how that all works out for you. Definitely,
because I think the support system that you have is important. I'm very much someone who likes to talk about my feelings, talk about how I'm feeling, and obviously I've got my people that I speak to all the time. Mm-hmm. So when I am going through those moments, because it is like going through divorce and going through co-parenting and going through like this whole shift in life, it's like it can have like a very, very big mental impact on you because obviously like it's like my life like you're thinking life's set, like I've done everything I need to do, like we're married, I've got the house, I've done all these different things, and then it's like no you don't, it's like that's all gone, and then you're like, oh my days, so what do I do now? And then it's just the motivation in yourself to just like be like pick yourself up again and like get going again. It's taken time to get to the point where I am, but I feel like where I am is a very positive place, like because my biggest fear when everything was going down was the thought of how are we going to do this with Roman, like how's Roman going to react to like me not being there, and how's he going to react to like me and his mum not like taking him to like do everything that we used to be taking him to, doing things individually and all that kind of stuff. But it's crazy how kids actually adapt, because he adapted to it really, really well. So when he's with me, he's just like I'm with daddy, like this is like he's happy. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously like when he's with Bex, I'm sure he's equally as happy. But like literally like when he's with me, he's just like you can like I can tell, and everyone can always tell that he's just like super gassed, super happy. So yeah.
I guess it's learning to ride that wave as well, because there'll always be those times where you're together and then knowing that goodbye is coming and dealing with it afterwards. Definitely.
But I've made it a very very integral thing that when he is with me, like we always go and do something fun that he makes a memory from, and then like the rest of the time we just do the things that we enjoy doing together. Like so he's really into like crafting and like making characters and all that kind of stuff. So like I just make sure that we like let's go hobbycraft, let's get some bits. So he's like getting his.
Got to have a hobbycraft.
Yeah,
trip.
No hobbycraft, mate. You can't go wrong. You can't like because before it was like Smiths. But like now,
it's a nice move when they go from Smiths to hobbycraft.
Hobbycraft.
That's keeping us busy for hours.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's keeping you busy for hours, and you're being creative. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just playing. You're being creative. Like, and like I feel like tapping into that. I feel like because he's really into music as well, which is like me. So tapping into his creative stuff and like doing that with me makes me like. I feel like he's like taking on my gene in regards to that. So yeah, like it's just nice. It's just nice to like have those things that we have like together. Do you know what I mean?
How are you feeling about the fact that he's about to start school?
So
reception is on its way.
Yeah. So to be fair, the school that he goes to is part of the nursery.
Yeah.
Well, the nursery is part of the school that he's going to, and it's like he's got like loads of friends there, and like the teachers love him. Like he's like the kid. Like he's always coming back with stickers from his French teacher and all of this different stuff. He's like, French? Like I didn't learn French till I was 11.
It's when you start walking along and then they start counting to you in French. You're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's crazy. It's insane. But he I know he's gonna thrive in school because like he's really heady. He's like reading. He's reading. He does his maths and all that kind of stuff. Now he's 4, and he's like literally doing like adding and subtracting and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're on point, mate. You're on point. So just keep it up. But I think I would have been like, so obviously I would have been more nervous if we had to take him out of that school.
Yeah.
But like I said, co-parenting wise, like everything that me and Rebecca are doing is to ensure that he can carry on going to that school. So we're making sure that we're both situated close enough to the school to take him because we're gonna be doing shared custody and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely like a situation where his future is very much like one of our most important things as parents for him. So it's like the school that he's going to is a really good school and he's happy there, and yeah, it's just about making sure that he just continues to thrive and just be happy. But like knowing Roman, he's gonna be good. So I'm not worried about school at all. Like he's got so many friends and everyone just loves him there. So
Marcel, if you could write a letter on being a dad,
yep,
who would it be to and what would you say?
Obviously it'd be to Roman. And I don't know, like I think I would definitely put in my letter to Roman, it would just basically say becoming a dad is literally one of the best things in the world. Like it's literally one of the best things in the world. Like, and if it's to him, it'd be like becoming your dad was literally the best thing to happen to me in my life. Like sometimes in life things don't go to plan, but as long as you've got enough love in your heart to put the people that you fully prioritize to the top of your list and just like pour into them as much love and as much everything as long as you pour as much of yourself into that person, you'll be doing the best job that you can possibly do. And I feel like I've done the best job that I can possibly do with you, son. So and you're only 4 now, so like so obviously by the time you're having your kids and you're like 20, don't know, 25 or 26, whatever it is going to be, like you would have definitely had even more of my love and even more of my energy and even more of my my passion poured into you. So you will be ready and good to go.
Yeah. We end the podcast with you completing 3 sentences.
All right.
Being a dad means
showing up every day and being the hero that your child needs when they need it. Because like there's different kinds of superheroes and you need different heroes at different points. And I feel like as a dad, for me, I always want to be like in a time of need, I always want to be the person that's going to go and rescue my little man or my little girl.
And that can show up in different ways, can't it? As time goes on, it could literally be that superhero that is just literally there.
Yeah, literally. Literally, whether you need a chat, like whether you need like a little loan or whatever it is, like, you know what I mean? Like you start getting older, you want to go out. Dad, can I borrow 20 quid? Of course you can, mate. But you've got to be there you've got to have so many different hats and so many different ways to deal with situations, because obviously like there's like your kid is going to go through the same situation. I've gone through so many different situations in my life like we've spoken about, but it's like just having like I said, having the support system there. Yeah. And as a dad, I want to be the support system that like you can come to me with anything that's going on in your life. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not gonna like put you down or anything like that, but I'm gonna have a real honest conversation with you and just give you the information that I feel like you need to hear in that moment, just so you can do the right thing and make the right choices when you
Marcel,
need to.
You've been so brilliantly honest and open about your situation, and also really respectful of Rebecca. And I think Roman seeing that and being around that, seeing how things happen in life and you move forward and you make good, and that nothing is unresolvable. Yeah. It might look a bit different after you've resolved it, but you keep moving forward.
Definitely.
I think you are already giving Roman so many lessons, and I just think that's really, really admirable.
Thank you.
2 more sentences for you.
Yep.
Since having a child, I
haven't been happier. You know what I mean? Like, no, to be fair, since having a child, I feel like it's changed me in so many positive ways, and it's given me such a outlook on life that when things aren't going right or things aren't happening how I want them to be happening or whatever, I can always look at Roman and be like, there's something there that just brings me joy. Like there's like it doesn't matter what's going on in life, if he's around me, my energy is just up there. I've forever got someone who will make me happy.
And the final sentence, I'm happy when?
I'm happy when I'm with Roman. Simple. It's that simple.
Marcel, thank you so much. I haven't even talked to you about your single. You've got a single coming out. Tell me about it.
So I've got a single called "What I Did for Love," which is basically it's a house song, but it's a retrospective look on life and love and everything that I've gone through. So like when you're in a relationship, the things you will do for the person you love.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when things don't work out, the choices you've got to make to yourself in order to create a situation when you're loving yourself again.
Yeah.
So it's basically looking back on what I did for love when I was in it and what I did for love when I had to take myself out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And writing What I Did for Love, does it, when you're out and you're playing that, does it give you a bit of release?
So yeah, so to be fair, like I feel like with music, music's always been something that I've always been passionate about music, but when everything was going down at the start, I was trying to make music and I just couldn't.
It's too raw at that point.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Everything was like things were coming out. It wasn't the vibe that I would have wanted to be putting into the world. Like, but I think as time got on and my head got clearer and things like the stresses of everything that was going on kind of got a little bit lighter on my shoulders. I feel like it kind of like gave me a bit more mental space to just be like, just create. And I think by doing that and having a good team around me of people that were supportive and people that were like trying to like bring me out of the kind of like dark place that I was in, I think that definitely helped in regards to creating the music and creating a sound that wasn't a negative or a sad or a thing sound. It was more of a positive and like good vibes sound, which is what I wanna bring to the world, rather than being like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so down.
Almost like celebrating what was.
Exactly, because to be fair, like I put everything that I could do in that relationship. I did everything that I could do, and sometimes things don't work out. But sometimes when you've done all of that you could do and it still doesn't work out, sometimes you like maybe it's not going to work out. So you've got to take yourself out so you can get back to being who you are, how you are, the person that you want to be, and then moving forward. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what I Did for Love is actually about. Yeah.
And like you say, taking away all the bitterness or anything else that comes along with it that's negative, so you can be in a positive space.
Yeah.
And that's always easy for everyone to move forwards with.
That's it.
Marcel, thank you so much. I've
That's a good
absolutely
chat.
loved chatting. I want to come to a Blazin Squad brunch. Me and producer Alex will be right there.
There we go, Alex. You can sing Crossroads. I'll get you on the mic.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.